We're in an unmarked police car in Croydon, South London, where there's a stabbing a day and a 10% rise in knife crime.
A schoolboy, just 14 years old, on his way to school, was fatally stabbed.
A 9-year-old girl is in a critical condition in hospital after a drive-by shooting.
3 adults injured after a shooting in London.
6 people, including a child, were killed in a mass shooting.
He was 22 when he killed his mother and 4 others before turning the gun on himself.
A father and son shot dead within minutes of each other.
A crossbow and he was threatening police.
The defendant, who can't be identified, stabbed 15-year-old Alfie in the heart outside a primary school in front of horrified children and parents.
In 2024, I'm asking you and members of the general public a question I thought I'd never have to ask. With many political and criminal dramas on the rise, I'm asking you the question: is Britain a safe place to live? Over the years, it's no secret that more and more people are living within the UK, leading to many people in the communities up and down the country feeling a divide and a complete disconnection from British values. We know that crime rates can fluctuate over time due to various factors, due to economic conditions, law enforcement practices, and social dynamics. Yeah, we know that all these factors can play a sketchy role. However, in the UK alone, murder, drugs, assault, theft, prostitution, poverty, and religious issues, and political ideologies are all on the rise within the UK. These unsteady and unstable conditions are creating much fear and stress and tension within our communities, potentially leading to further havoc and mayhem, worry, and a strong concern over the near future of our so-called great nation. That is Great Britain. Money is scarce, and with prices on the increase, including food, gas, water, rent and taxes, that all seems to be happily accompanied with a complete disrespect from our so-called leading politicians. These politicians are believed to be so disconnected and detached from the modern regular middle-class working man or woman. Their ideologies and unprofound actions alone are causing so many issues of panic within many households up and down the country. Just take a closer look at the Mayor of London. This spineless individual thinks it's perfectly fair to install thousands of ULED cameras in and around London, only adding to the shortage of money and the cost of the living crisis. A seriously profound and deeply unfair tax he continues to push upon the people of England. I guess the point I'm trying to make here is that many of the people living within the UK are truly unhappy. In fact, reports show over 70% of UK residents alone are deeply upset and living in worry on a day-to-day basis. And yet our disconnected government continues to push many ideologies amongst the British people, causing a divide, including being emotionally suppressed and living in fear of ridicule. Controversial matters like Black Lives Matter and the LGBT communities, that along with transgender identities and human rights, were happily pushed on us all by TV mainstream media. Now, these controversial and political headlines consumed most of us, highlighting the problems in an aggressive and prolonged manner, leading many people to speculate that a division between the UK people is exactly what the government wants, when in reality kindness and understanding and love is always the best way to approach. We are the people, and I believe that no one is better than the other, be that race, religion or gender. So why aren't they teaching mindfulness in schools? Also, in today's sick and twisted modern day Britain, it's next to impossible for first time buyers to buy their own property or home. Like, how on earth is it possible for the younger generation of England to thrive? It truly is a financial future where our own kids won't be able to thrive when they're older, only ever existing in rented accommodations that are more than likely owned by the bank. And that's not to mention a 65% NHS sellout, increasing wait times by almost 92%.
The NHS is in imminent danger of being handed over to American corporations. And what that means to you and me is relatives, friends will be dying or getting harmed preventably simply because an insurance company has decided it doesn't want to pay for their care. the power of doctors and nurses within the NHS to decide and make sure you get the treatment you need is being removed.
And with minimal presence of policing on our streets due to financial cuts, crime rates are at an all-time high, leading to many profound knock-on effects within the older and younger communities up and down the country. Just a quick question. Do you feel safe living in modern-day England today?
Certainly not.
Why is that?
Because there's no police anymore, there's no law, there's no respect for people.
Yep.
Everybody's got rights to do exactly what they want, and they can ignore any law that you put towards them. They just ignore it. Driving, walking around, being nice to anybody, no. And a parliament that's full of, should I say, thieves, look after themselves, that's all they're looking after in London.
Yep.
And the Conservative Party as such.
Do you feel safe living in modern-day England?
No.
You both don't feel safe?
No.
Can you give us a couple of reasons why? Is it policing perhaps, or is it lack of social community spirit?
Like policing, and like also like the way that we dress as well. We're obviously like more targeted to, you know, like
So being yourself is
it's hard to be yourself in public without getting harassed, sparked, yelled at, or made fun of by other people.
And what do you feel about crime?
It's quite high in Doncaster, like very, very high. So it's not safe at night at all, especially for like women or like people who like have these biological things. But it's not safe at all, especially for like people who are like transgender and stuff. It's genuinely not.
You see, I think everybody has the rights to be themselves.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And
it's really bad. I mean, like even in general, like even if you're not like autism or anything like that.
Yeah.
If you're just a normal person walking down the street, there's gonna be some. You can't ever feel safe walking down at night or even sometimes in the day. Like with all the police and all the crime and stuff that I see, the harassment against homeless people as well.
Yeah, homeless people on the rise.
It's all the time that I see, and it's terrible.
Yeah. Do you feel safe living in England? Now,
No.
Can you give us a few reasons for why?
Because I'm homeless, I've been attacked twice. The first time, it was while I was asleep and I was booted in the face, and now I've got to have an operation to have my face cut open and the piece of bone put back.
Oh, dear.
And then not 3-4 days ago, I was jumped again by 2 lasses and a lad them aside.
Do you feel that the police look after you in these situations, or do you feel that they don't do enough?
They don't do enough.
Do you, mate, feel safe living in England?
No.
Can you give us just one reason for why that could be?
Antisocial behaviour.
Yeah.
Right, well, it's my son he's not got nothing to do with drugs, no nothing, professional boxer, and he was murdered 5.5 years ago just by someone that was jealous of him. It was shot with a shotgun.
You're joking?
No.
Come here.
Oh, bless you.
Bless you. Okay. And so with the crime rates on the rise, and with more and more people desperately concerned living in the UK, it's only fair to expose some of the worst crimes that are continuously happening within our streets. And so with all that being said, here is our countdown to the most destructive crimes committed across the UK cities, as recorded in the past 5 years. Number 3 is Manchester.
Oh, you fucking wanker.
The city of Manchester is yet another perfect example of criminal activity on the rise. The city lands is home to over 2,812,000 residents in 2023. These crimes recorded by the police and then made public are deeply disturbing. The crimes more commonly committed in Manchester in the year of 2003 are as followed: violent assault, theft, public order offences, arson, criminal damage, drug offences and prostitution. The Manchester Piccadilly Gardens is ground zero for hard-taking substance abusers and is publicly visible on an every day-to-day basis. The city centre is also overrun by the homeless and addicted substance users, and with a shocking 35 murders all recorded by Greater Manchester Police in the year of 2023. It's clear to see that Manchester is without doubt one of England's most dangerous cities within the UK. At number 2, it's Birmingham.
Yo, when you go, that's the tourist. Fucking idiot. You don't want to see black people stay strong. Yo,
Birmingham is the second largest city within the UK that is also affected with an alarming rise in crime ratings over the past 4 years. The crimes more commonly committed in Birmingham are as followed. Yep, we got theft, we got robbery, burglary, violence, sexual assault, hate crimes and knife-wielding offences. Unfortunately, hate crime is a significant issue in Birmingham, with over 0.5% of reported crimes all involving hated-motivated attacks of behaviour towards others. And according to reports made public by the West Midlands Police Force in 2023, a staggering 37 murders were committed. However, in total over the past 7 years, the Birmingham police still have over 40 unsolved murders to solve to this very day, making Birmingham a place where you don't really want to be by yourself, alone, and at night. Number 1. London.
Yeah, he's a guy, a young boy, 13, died over there. He died, yeah, he couldn't even get to the hospital. He tried to get to the hospital himself, yeah?
Yeah.
He's got a plaque over there.
Yeah.
His name's Jermaine Coles, yeah?
That's
terrible. I've never met him, 13-year-old boy.
Yeah.
I'm 62, bro, come on.
The London Metropolitan Police regularly report on their crime statistics, publicly highlighting that there are specific hotspots within the city where violent crimes and murder rates are much higher. Now obviously, the crime rates in London do vary, but certain categories of crimes consistently show higher numbers compared to other cities in England over the past 4 years. Based on recent statistics and reports made by police, London is notorious for knife crimes and shootings, and has seen a concerning number of stabbings and shootings and murders, particularly involving younger people. Areas such as Lambeth and Southwark and Hackney have been particularly affected. Gang culture and a dangerous struggle for status has seen vicious and violent crimes, including murders, almost double over the past 7 years. Those statistics, along with high rates in burglary, physical assault, sexual assault, criminal damage, car theft, drug dealing and prostitution. The number of knife offences recorded by the police in London has risen to approximately 12,786 in the last year alone, with a deeply disturbing 1,800 gun-related crimes, all recorded in 2023. Now, according to the Crime Survey of England and Wales, people aged 16 years and over have experienced an estimated 8.4 million incidences of criminal behaviour, a significant change compared to last year's survey, ending in December 2022. Clearly, headlining crime levels remain at 25% higher overall during the last 2 years. And with a twisted, confused government hell-bent on making life as expensive as it gets, eliminating any chance for our own children to be able to buy their own property and homes in the future, and with crime rates on the rise, leaves me to ask you just a couple of questions. Is Britain safe? And is it really still great? Let me know your thoughts on any of the topics mentioned in this video in the comment section below. Hello there, and thank you for watching another episode of When Evil Follows. If you've enjoyed this episode, then please smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. So what's your point of view? Do you think England's still great? And do you think it's a safe place to live? And can we still trust our government? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And as always guys, do stay safe and do look after yourself, and I'll see you all again real soon, the next time When Evil Follows. Bye.